In this video, we're going to place cubes in a 1-point perspective. You know that this is a 1-point perspective versus a 2-point perspective because we're looking straight on at an image or a scene. In this case, we're looking straight on to a back wall. The back wall, there's vertical lines that are vertical, and then perpendicular to that are the horizontal lines, so straight on. If this represents like a 10-foot ceiling height or a 10-foot back wall, I just ran a horizon line through that, which is about 5 feet, and I randomly placed a dot. It's here in the center, but it could have easily been anywhere on this horizon line. It's just usually to the left or just to the right of center. So to begin your exercise in your handout, you're going to go ahead and start with those straight on views of your cube, which is a square. I'm hoping I'm recording this video for the 3rd time. I'm hoping 3rd time is a charm. So you're going to start with that straight on view of a square. And then you're going to take the 4 corners back to the line of perspective. Now you can use that with a soft pencil to do construction lines and then go back in with your pen. And so I'm just going to show you that. So from the vanishing point, which is just what it suggests, 1 point on the horizon line, I'm going to go all the way back to the horizon line for my first one. From the upper right-hand corner, back to the vanishing point. From the lower right corner, back to the vanishing point. And if you actually saw through your cube, you would, and it wasn't solid, let's go ahead and put that. So I took all 4 corners back to the vanishing point. Next, you're going to take a straight edge, whether it's solid or clear. I have a clear one for you so that it's easier for you to watch the demonstration. But you're going to just take that straight edge vertically over, so a nice vertical edge. And you're going to determine when it looks as if you have a straight line that creates a nice cube that isn't too long or too short on the side. And so I'm just going to go and put it right here. So once you do that, you have the front of your cube, the side of your cube. You can enclose it. And now you have the front and the side. You also know what this side is going to look like as well. So what you simply have to do now is to enclose the top of the cube by taking a horizontal line straight across where those 2 points meet. Where it hits that other line going to the opposite side, going to the vanishing point, and enclose. Here's my vanishing point, right almost dead center in the middle of the room. If you looked to the left, if you were standing right there and you looked to the left, you'd see that side of the cube. And if you're standing right here and you looked right, you're going to see the other side of the cube. So let's do this one next. So again, you're going to start with your cube. From each of the 4 corners, you're going to go back to the vanishing point. Now, I'm not going to go all the way this time, but you certainly could. And I'm just going to take some lines back. Right? I could have gone all the way back and you would have had this neat projection of all these lines coming out from the vanishing point. Again, you're going to take that straight edge and search for what looks like it encloses your cube. And connect. So the two cubes that lie directly on top of the vanishing point and below the vanishing point, they're going to be a little strange, because if I was standing right here and there's my eye hitting that vanishing point, I'm not going to see the sides of the cube because I'm just like standing right in front of it. So I'm going to see the bottom of the cube up and the top of the cube down. So just take a look what this looks like in perspective. I'm going to go a little more quickly here for the video, so I'm just eyeballing this without construction lines, but please feel free to put construction lines into your drawing. So now I'm just going to eyeball what looks nice and square on the top and the bottom. So you can see if you're standing, directly, like I'm right here, directly in front of these boxes, and that's where my eye meets the wall, you're only going to see the bottom and the top of the cube. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this quickly. I'm going to do one on the top for you, and then I'll just finish them up very quickly. Start with the cube. Start with the square. A square is a shape having no perspective, and a cube is a form. So I'm going from the corner to my vanishing point. I'm going from the corner to my vanishing point, from the corner to my vanishing point. And then I'm just going to eyeball it in, what looks nice and straight, and finish those off for you. Again, you can always take each corner to the vanishing point if you would like. I'll just do that again. So I'm in the habit of not doing that, because the more you draw cubes, the easier it becomes and you start to see the shapes a little better. But remember that you can always just draw your construction lines all the way to the vanishing point. If you have a straight edge right here, if you have a little bar that you're using, of course you can keep your lines a little more straight than I am. I have a little bit of construction lines under, and I'm eyeballing how to keep those vertical lines vertical and horizontal lines horizontal. If you're taking a drafting class, you usually have some type of straight edge to help you keep everything in place. But for the sake of this class, I'm just going to draw really quickly in my cubes. All All right, something I would like you to notice is this cube right here, and if you're drawing one on the other side, this cube gets very close to the horizon line. All right, it gets really close to the horizon line, and so does one over on this side. So as it gets closer to the horizon line, whether it's at the top or at the bottom, above or below the horizon line, you're just gonna see a little sliver of the top. And up here, you're gonna see a little sliver of the bottom. So it might look a little strange, but it is correct. So watch this top. I'll do it with a pencil first. From this corner, I'm going to go to the vanishing point. And then I'm going to go straight across right here. And you really only get this tiny little sliver of a top. And that is what it would look like. It would look just like this tiny little sliver because you're so close to the horizon line. So this one's going to be much the same, kind of an odd little sliver at the bottom. And that is right. Just from the vanishing point, this isn't indicating a shadow. This is just indicating the side of the cube that you're seeing. All right, so that is this assignment. Finish that up, practice drawing cubes. It takes a while to make things look cube-like and very square, so I'll take a look at your drawings, and some of them will be too narrow, some will be too tall, and so the goal is to make them as much box-like as possible.